Hello and welcome to another edition of Conspirator Brooks Pull List. This is my pull list for the week of March 27th, 2019. Big week this week. Huge week. Detective Comics 1000 came out this week. Woohoo! As well as a ton of other good books overall. So let's get right into it. First up, we have Action Comics number 1009. This is the Leviathan Rising Part 3. Bendis is having this Leviathan Rising story arc going on, so we'll see what that all entails. So far, I've been enjoying it. Bendis has done an amazing job with Action and Superman, so I cannot wait to see what he has in store in this first kind of big event that he's doing through the Superman books. Next up, we have Bloodshot Rising Spirit number 5. I've really enjoyed Bloodshot. It's been good. This new one is okay. It's not as good as some of the older ones, but it's still decent, so I'm reading through it. Next up, we have Books of Magic number 6. I'm not the biggest fan of this book. I don't know if I'm going to keep up with it. We'll see. It's very much on the fence of whether or not. I think 6 is where I'm going to decide whether or not I want to keep it or not. Next is the big book this week, and that is Detective Comics 1000 comes out. It is a Jim Lee cover. It is a wrap-around cover. So not only is it beautiful Jim Lee on the front, but it's beautiful Jim Lee on the back. The Superman one did not have that. It was only Superman on the cover, so I like this one, the main cover of this, a lot better. There were, again, 10 main variants for the book, decade variants, as well as, or going from 8. There's 8. So there's the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000, 2010. So there's 9. And then there was the regular cover, so there's 10 covers and a blank, and then they added a midnight variant. Not to mention that a lot of stores did a store exclusive for Detective Comics 1000, and so if you're lucky enough to have a store near you that did it, that had a cool cover, awesome. Let me know in the comments below if that was the case, because it's always cool to see when people pick those up from their local shop. But I grabbed a couple of the variants for Detective. First up is the 2000s variant by Jock. I like Jock's art, and so I decided to snag that one up. And then the one from the 2010s, which was the Greg Capullo variant, so I grabbed that one up as well. They had a blank cover for Detective Comics 1000, and of course I got a copy of the Midnight Release, which is basically just the wraparound Jim Lee spread out completely with no text on it. Cool stuff right there. Yes, the book is slightly pricey, so I got 5 covers, and they're $9.99 a piece, so you do the math. Yes, that's $50 worth of book. Ugh, I'm nuts. I'm crazy. Hopefully your store ordered a fair amount of them. We ordered a decent amount, but we did not order as much as we did Action 1000. But I definitely think that the main cover on Detective 1000 is a far better one than Action 1000. You can also get the companion book, and this one is the Detective Comics 80 Years of Batman, the Deluxe Edition. This came out a few weeks ago, but you could still pick this up in most stores. I highly recommend it. It's great. The Action one was fantastic. It was nice to kind of read about, the history of Batman and how people reacted to Batman, some of the cool stories. It's got first appearances and a bunch of other cool stuff in it, so check it out. That's the Detective hype. Woohoo! Get your Detective 1000. If you haven't gotten them or your store sold out, try comicsconspiracy.biz. We may have some left over, and you can order them there, and we will ship them out to you. So, comicsconspiracy.biz if you have not yet gotten your copy of Detective 1000. Next up on the list for this week is Dial H for Hero number 1. I'm curious to see how this one goes. Dial H is an interesting concept. I actually have a bound copy, or actually had bound, it's not up here, but the old Dial H series, I think it was just Hero, or H for Hero. So I got it bound, but I never read it, but it's supposed to be really good. So it's on my list, and I even have it bound. So I need to get off my butt and read that. Next up on the list is The Flash number 67. Looks like he's going up against the Trickster. So we'll see what goes on there. Williamson's done a fantastic job on Flash. I can't wait every time it comes out to read it. Next up, we have The Forgotten Queen, number 2. I'm not sure how I'm liking this book. The first one was okay. We'll see how issue 2 is. Valiant's been doing a lot of just miniseries with their books, which is nice, but it's also kind of repetitive, where it's like, okay, I get a little bit, and then we jump to another one. A little bit, and then jump to another one. So, who knows? But I have enjoyed Valiant's line, so there's that. Next up is Freedom Fighters number 4. What can I say about this? Buy it. It is awesome. Freedom Fighters is amazing. You need to check out that book. Vendetti's done a fantastic job. The first 3 issues are great. Next up is a book I'm looking forward to, and that's Heroes in Crisis number 7. Apparently, Superman has had enough of Booster Gold and Harley Quinn's antics, and hopefully we'll start getting some answers to what happened at the Sanctuary. So, we'll see. Next up is Isola number 7. The art is fantastic on this. I've been enjoying it, so I'm going to keep going with it. Next up was another number 7. That's for Justice League Odyssey. Yes, that is Blackfire. So we'll see what happens with Blackfire and Starfire going up against each other. Who knows? Excuse me. Next up is a new book, brand new number 1 from a new publisher, and I've actually mentioned this before, and I'm actually excited to have it in my hands now, and that is Neon Future number 1 from Impact Theory. I'm really curious to see what this book is all about, so I snagged up a copy. I don't know if your local shop would have ordered it, considering it's a brand new publishing company. They may have skipped over it, but they may still be able to order it, so have them check to see if they can order it through Diamond. I'm going to check it out. I'll let you guys know what I think, but I'm really excited for Neon Future. Next up, we have Outcast number 40. This book is winding down to a close, I believe, so we'll see what happens with that, but I enjoy Outcast, even though it's like a slow burn. Next up is one from Jeff Johns, and that's Shazam number 4. It's great. It's fantastic. You need to pick it up. It's good stuff. You should also pick up the Shazam like origin story from the Justice League the backups from the Justice League New 52 run. Do I have an accessible copy here? Yes, I do. I've probably shown you guys before. There's this copy. There's also one that has the movie cover with Zachary Levi blowing, like drinking out of a cup and blowing a bubble. But this is really, really good stuff. If you're curious about Shazam, as well as the series that's out now, if you want those, that's where I recommend getting started. If you are just like, I'm gonna go see Shazam, I don't care, you'll watch Shazam and then go, what should I read? And that's what you should read. You should read the John stuff from the New 52, and then jump into the current series of Shazam by Jeff Johns. All good stuff. Next up is Star Wars Adventures number 19. I got this for my son, so he's now has his own short box, and he is responsible for his comics. So let's see how well he does in taking care of them. We'll see. Next up is The Terrifics number 14. Yeah, New Age of Heroes still going for this one. It's okay. It's not the best, but I'm still enjoying it, and it's just a lot of fun. And finally on my pull list is Wonder Woman at number 67. Wilson has not done the best job. It's not the same Wonder Woman that we got out of Rebirth from Rucka, or even that came after Rucka. It's just, I really wish, Wilson could find her legs a little bit quicker on the book. It's not bad, but it's just something's not clicking. It's better for me. But the art's great. I love the art and enjoy it. It's not bad, but there's just something missing, and hopefully that fixes itself fairly soon. I did get a bunch of variants besides the detective ones I got, and so let's look at those. Action Comics had a nice one, so I picked up for 1009. Dial H for Hero number 1 had a cool one with a bunch of rando like heroes on it. Thought that was cool. Flash 67 had an awesome cover of like Flash running so fast you see fragment or him like pictures of it. Then we have the Heroes in Crisis 7 where we have the Kilowog murdered. Yeah. It's funny, it's Image 2014. Yeah, cool stuff. I don't remember when that happened specifically. I'll have to go back and check it out. Isola had a pretty cool variant cover for cover B, so I snagged that one up as well. Justice League Odyssey 7. I like the cover, so I grabbed that one. Shazam apparently had a Jim Lee cover for 4, which I didn't see on ordering, or something messed up and my order didn't get through, but I still snagged one up. And Wonder Woman had a pretty cool variant for 67 right there. I did get a couple things this week from the DC Zoom and DC Ink imprints. DC Zoom is more aimed at the younger kids. I'm not sure what age specifically, but I think it's more towards like elementary school kids. But it's the Super Sons by Ridley Pearson. So yeah, so we'll see. This is book 1, the Polar Shield Project. It's basically just a little graphic novel, straight to graphic novel book with art by Eli Gonzalez, written by Ridley Pearson. So I'm curious to see how this holds up. Maybe it'll be something my son likes. I don't know. We'll see. I'll give it a read and see how it does. But I'm really curious to see how the DC Zoom imprint does. And then we have the much older one for like middle school to high school age, I believe, and that's the Mara Tidebreaker. This is basically by Danielle Page with art by Stephen Byrne. So yeah, I'm really curious to see what this one, and it's from the, like you see here, DC Ink imprint. What's funny is the ink is this size, and Zoom is this size, so it's a distinctly different size graphic novel. So it's kind of a, like, you're a kid, you read this, you're a little older, and then you're an adult and you read a normal, kind of normal sized book there. Yeah, I don't know, that's just what it is. I'm really curious about both of these. Yeah, really super excited to see how these ones turn out. I did get a special order this week for a t-shirt for the Batman 80 years. Hopefully it shows up there, but Graffiti put out a shirt, so I picked this one up. And yeah, there you go, the DC Batman 80 years, just the straight black logo. The logo is featured on the actual detective book. I don't know if it's on, I think it's on this one. No, they didn't put it on this. It's on the detective book. It's this little thing at the bottom. That's the 80-year emblem. So yeah, got a shirt. Decided to get one. And finally, it is previews week. Last week of the month, we get previews. So make sure to snag your copy of previews. This is issue 367 for books released in June of 2019. You'll get that, and you'll also get the regular DC previews and the Marvel previews. Yes, this is year 1. Yes, it looks atrocious. Yes, it's something that I'm not going to be buying from DC. Holy crap. Who knew? I did want to mention, though, since I did talk about the DC Zoom and Ink imprint, there are some pretty cool things coming out from DC in this previews that I wanted to basically kind of bring your attention to. Let me see if I can find it here. Is it in the front? I think it's in the front. Yeah, so basically what is up is, yeah, there it is. So from DC Ink, we are going to be getting the Harley Quinn Breaking Glass by Stephen Hugh, or illustrated by Stephen Pugh, and by Markio Tamaki. So this is in the current previews for release in June, so make sure if you want to check it out. I got to read a little bit of a preview, and it looks fantastic. And we also have art, Baltazar and Franco returning for some stuff in the DC Zoom imprint with Superman of Smallville. So yeah, we got some cool stuff coming out from DC for the kids and the youngers. But yeah, definitely pick up your previews, copy things, so you can check out what's coming out soon. I need to go through this whole thing, but yeah. So that's it for this week. I don't have anything else. I know I need to get a couple videos up of the statues that I recently acquired, and I will hopefully get to doing that soon. Something came up in my life, and I'm going to have to make a change, and that might put a stipend, or it might put a damper on me doing videos. I wanted to give you guys the heads up. I may be moving if not within California, out of California. I'm not sure yet. I have to figure those things out. Hopefully, it's within, like, not too far from where I'm at now, but we'll see. Just need to change some stuff up and yeah. So I'll keep you guys up to date on what's going on. Yeah, that's what's going on. That's pretty much where I'm at right now. I'm hoping to have a clearer path and a clearer idea of what I'm going to do soon-ish. So I will keep you guys posted. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you want, leave a comment down in the comment section below. Let me know what you picked up this week. Let me know if you picked up, and if there was any specific detective cover that jumped out at you, or if you were at a shop that actually got their own store exclusive. Yeah, let me know. All good stuff. We did do a midnight release for it, and we did do fairly well. We sold out of all our midnight release covers, but we were short of them, so that helped make it quick and easy. We should get some of those back in at the shop. You can follow me on Twitter. My handle is @BrockSager. You can also listen to me on the Comics Conspiracy podcast. We just finished recording episode 395, and we ramble on about stuff. We recorded it early since yeah, we had a lot of stuff we had to do last night with getting Detective ready, a ginormous, fairly big week for comic books, and I had to ship out all the mail order stuff. So I basically worked from 1:45 when I got into the shop till about like 10 o'clock. And then we opened, we had closed at 6 and then reopened at 10 for the midnight release. So yeah, so I'm pretty tired. This video might be up a little later than normal due to that, but thank you. I appreciate your patience. But yeah, so there'll be a link in the description below. You can check out that podcast. It's officially been 8 years we've been doing the podcast. How do I know that? My son is basically, whatever age my son is turning, that's how old the podcast is when the end of March comes around. So 8 years been doing that podcast. Heck, been doing these videos, I think, for 3 years or 5 years. I don't remember. I'll have to go back and check. But yeah, yeah, good times. Hopefully I can keep doing them into the future, but that might be up in the air as well. But we'll see. I'm trying to figure things out and get the right path for basically my kids and myself. So yeah. You can help me and my fellow conspirators out through Patreon at www.patreon.com/comicsconspiracy. For as little as $1 a month, you help us with hosting fees, getting food sometimes before we podcast, and getting products. So thank you very much to all of our backers. It helps out immensely. If you want to help me out a little more directly, which, yes, I could use the help a little bit more now. You can, anything on links to Amazon here or at my website, conspiratorbrock.com. Buy anything through there, that gives me some Amazon money to spend, which always helps. Or you can head over to my eBay page and see what I'm selling and getting rid of. And anytime you buy anything, that just goes directly to me. And I appreciate it because it helps out immensely. I will probably be getting more and more stuff up on that eBay page, as well as maybe just getting rid of some things on social media. So we'll see. But yeah, if you want to help out, let me know. Or you can, well, if you want to help out, that's the best way to do it. I may or may not have call for other help, but who knows? Life always throws you curves, right? So yeah. I think that's it for this week. I'm dead tired. I need to get some rest, and I really still want to watch at least the next movie in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and I think I'm on Thor: Dark World. So yeah, I want to get into watching that. Finished Iron Man 3. I suffered through. It was horrible piece of garbage. It was bad, real bad. I don't know how anybody can defend that. I just don't. It's bad. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.